Rashid Ibrahim Mwaganzori from Sharks Media Production Company, and today I'm privileged with the opportunity to be interviewing the operations manager of Fasam Tours and Safaris Company. So I understand that today we are having visitors all the way from Rift Valley, a place known as Eldoret, and they are here for the Wasini excursion. Kindly, operations manager, introduce yourself and tell us about the day today.
Thank you, Sana. Thank you. My name is Ali Salim Hamisi, operational manager, Fasam Tours and Safaris. As my colleague Rashid has just told you, we are expecting some visitors who will be coming from all the way from Eldoret, and sooner, in few minutes, our guest will be arriving.
Okay, thank you very much. And I understand that when the visitors will arrive here, there is a sort of integration that they are supposed to be taken through first before we get off to the Wasini Island and enjoy the excursion. So kindly, if you could brief us, what are these integrations that are to be done before we leave?
Initially, as you can see, our guests are now getting in. So there are some few things the guests will be doing. So some will be going to the washrooms. So from the washroom, the guests are going to change their clothes to get ready for the clothes that are going to be used into the ocean. So secondly, they'll be taken to the informational center, and then from there, it's usually in each and every park you need to take need to do some ticketing. So as the guests will be taken to the informational center, giving some briefings on how the day will going to work, we'll also be doing the ticketing. Then from the ticket, we'll be heading into the boat.
Okay, thank you very much. And as you've said, and as I can see, there is some boats that are at the dock right now. So kindly tell us, after the integration process and these visitors, they are supposed to go to the jetty and dock off to the island. So kindly tell us what is going to happen when they get into the boats, and where are they going to as part of the journey. Tell us about.
Secondly, after we have done with the ticketing, we're going to heading up to the fixed jetty. Here in Shimoni, we have two jetty. We have the floating one, and we got the fixed one. So we normally use the fixed jetty when the tide is low, and we use the floating jetty when the tide is higher. So as you can see, our guests are now getting into the boat, being given some sort of introduction. You know, we are into the waters now, and we're into the boat. So here, you need to be given some safety about the marine. So safety in terms of how we're going to use the life ring, safety on how we're going to use the life jacket in case of any emergency.
Now, as per the noises that I'm hearing, sort of you can call them noises, is that people from Eldoret are so eager to see, and most of them are saying leo lazima ile munyama dolphin, leo lazima tumuone. Now, kindly, if you could tell us, which loosely translates to today is the day that we are going to see the dolphin. So maybe you could tell us about it and expound more about that experience of seeing dolphins.
So the idea of the dolphin, it starts from getting into the boat, and that's the reason number one, as is we are going into the park, because in the park is where we're going to find all the dolphin. But the idea and the correspondence that makes the client to make so more noisy, it is because the dolphin is 98%. It's not 100% guarantee. So if you know people from the other places, maybe people come in to expect to see the dolphin, but it's a 98% guarantee. But I'm sure because the tide is lower and the sea is very calm, we have high expectation on seeing the dolphin. So we'll be going as far as from the lower Mkunguti, upper Mkunguti, all the way to Kisite Marine Park, ideally, and the passion to spot the dolphins.
Okay, thank you very much. And I understand that, as according to the package and how it was written in the package, is that after spotting the dolphins, we'll be headed to the marine park, where there'll be some snorkeling to be done. And maybe if you can expound more to our viewers so that they can get to understand. And suppose there is a person who is interested, you are highly encouraged to book your tickets, to book your packages through Fasam Tours and Safaris Company. So when they come here, probably expound a little bit on the snorkeling experience and what are we going to do after that snorkeling experience and what's next.
As you can see, our guests now are enjoying and having a lovely time on spotting the dolphins. So we normally urge the clients, or we normally urge our guests to balance on the boat. As you can see, our capacity is supposed to be 14 or 15 in a bigger dhow. So they're supposed to be 7 on this side, 7 on this side. Don't hesitate. As you can see, the clients are happy. They're taking their videos, they're taking their photos. Not forgetting that we normally have some clients who want to swim with the dolphin. It's not safe and it's not advisable to swim on the dolphin if we're outside the park. If they come into the park, that gives an indication that the dolphin are ready and they can interact with us. But if they are in or if they're outside the park, it's when you cannot swim with them. But we only swim with the dolphin if they're inside the park.
Okay, thank you very much. And after the snorkeling and people have experienced the experience that is due at the Kisite Marine Park, what do you expect next as we are headed to more closer to the Wasini Island?
Thank you, Sana, Mr. Rashid. As you can see, our guests are still doing some snorkeling. There are those who cannot swim, they'll be guided, and those are good swimmers. They'll be guided and taken to the places where they will see different kind of species like fish, they're gonna see the turtles and nature underwater. I think from there, as you can see, the other guests already ferried back into the dhow boat. Then from there, we'll take our way from Kisite Marine Park, heading up for Wasini Island for our lunch.
Okay, and I'm seeing that some few people are swimming at a deep sea, but the water is waist high. Or if you're short, it's chest high. Can you kindly, like we expect that at the deep sea, it's very deep, but what is happening is like a swimming pool in between the deep sea. Kindly enlighten us on...
Yeah, it's really like, this is nature, and there is no point, there's only one saying, that a traveler sees what he sees on the way. But if a tourist come in, sees whatever exactly he came to see. There are those who come all the way, they want to see the experience and see the Kisite Island, which the Kisite Island is the last island to Kenya. So from there, you'll be going the other side of Tanzania. As you can see, when the tide is low, at the Kisite Marine Park, there is a lagoon or something like a reef, whereby it's something like a sand beach. So when the tide is low, there's a completely a sand beach, and the tide is higher, it completely goes. So as you can see, our guests now, they're on their chest. So meaning, as the time goes by, the tide is going lower and lower, and we expect to see the beach at the end of the excursion.
Okay, thank you very much, our very dear esteemed viewers. I think you've heard it from the operations manager, and as you can see, this is a great experience, and I highly recommend and I highly suggest that when you want to take a trip to Wasini Island to experience the deep heritage and the history and the good experience of the Wasini Island and the coastal people, I highly recommend that you contract Alpha Sam Tours and Safaris Company, and you will not regret. So after here now, we will be headed to Wasini Island.
Yeah, that's true.
And Wasini Island is a very well-renowned island.
Yeah.
It's very deep in culture, it's very deep in heritage, and the dishes there are one of a kind that epitomizes the culture of the Swahili people. Kindly, if you could tell us what we expect at the island.
Generally, after the clients are fully satisfied, if the clients feel now they can move from Kisite Marine Park, heading up to Wasini Island. So, and Wasini Island, because this is a Swahili land, the coastal land. So we'll be expecting something like the coconut rice. We'll be expecting things, food from the sea. We have the seaweeds. We have like chapatis and those sort of stuff. So they are comprising of all the different kind of the seafood, all the different kind of sea meals. In case maybe you have a guest who wants something like a special order, he makes the arrangement much earlier so that he can prepare the kind of food he wishes to have on the lunch.
Okay, so as I can see right now, the visitors or Alpha Sam clients are already done with taking their meals,
Okay.
and they really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
And what is next? Kindly, I can see people are ready to hike or something. Kindly expound to us what is the next activity for today.
Yeah, we normally give our clients like 20 or 15 minutes to relax after their meal. Then from here, they're gonna heading up next in the same island of Wasini, so that they're gonna be shown on the village of Wasini and its rich culture. You know, like if you explain each and everything, you'll be in a position, maybe somebody will get satisfied from this documentary, like, okay, I have all the information. So they'll be shown and given the history of Wasini Island, how it started and how some of the economical activity around there, and some few challenges regarding the island itself. So from there, I think we're gonna heading back to Shimoni village to mark the end of our today's excursion.
Okay, thank you very much. And I know I'm a very observant person, and right now we can see that there is the big dhows, and there are a little bit of small boats which are taking clients and putting the clients into the big boats. Kindly expound, why is it that they cannot just, the big dhows, why is it that they cannot just draw closer and the clients just get inside directly? Why is it that there has to be that transition?
Okay, thank you for the observation. But mainly it's only that that's the bigger dhow, they cannot dock closer into the hotel, so they normally take some water taxi or something like a water Uber, so they can ferry it back into the bigger dhow. So reaching into the bigger dhow, as you can see, our guests are already in. There will also be something like bye-bye cultural songs. And then from there, we give them vote of thanks of something like a question or something like an observation, or we are human beings. So by any chance, if there was something, maybe the clients and all the other never like it, we give them time maybe for any complainant to remind them not to forget any of their belongings. I think from there, we're heading up into the floating jet. Here we are. I think we are good for today.
Okay, thank you very much, Buena Operations Manager.
Most welcome, brother.
Alpha Sam Tours and Safaris. And Mr. Ali, it's been a pleasure to be with you today, and all thanks comes to you and the whole crew of Alpha Sam. Thank you very much.
You're most welcome, brother. Most welcome.
Now, as you've seen today, our dear esteemed viewers, has been a very good experience, and I highly encourage you that when you want to make memories, or when you want to create good time, or when you want to get good experience of the coastal culture, of the coastal, you just come, whether you are a domestic tourist or international tourist, you are highly welcome. Book your slots with Alpha Sam Tours, and it will be a very good experience. When you want to have a good time, just contract Alpha Sam Tours. And thank you very much. And also on behalf of Sharks Media, I highly encourage you, when you take videos or have photos, it will keep on reminding you of the places that you just recently visit. So I highly recommend that you contact Sharks Media, and we'll do the coverage for you, and we'll make the memories with you stay for long periods.
Hello, Sharon.